Hi, Deb Pervin here. And today's Tuesday tweet is about mid-year budget review. I know you're going to tell me we're not quite through June yet, but I really like to see you look at the budget now because the next thing you know, you'll have summer vacation and then school starts and you haven't looked and reassessed the budget for the year. So it's really critical that you do it now. You probably know what June is going to look like. So let's take a look at your numbers. What are you doing? Are you ahead or behind? And by what amount? The issue really is this a good time to reset? Now, if you're way ahead, well, then your sales guys are not going to want you to reset because they're looking forward to a big cash payout. But you've got to reevaluate, are they going to stop selling? You don't want to encourage that behavior. If they are doing well, you want to encourage them to do better. So maybe look at a bigger spiff if they're way ahead of their expected sales numbers. If you're way behind, you don't want to be discouraged. And so maybe take that number that you set for this year and push it out 6 more months. Instead of looking at a December deadline, look at a June deadline. Really want to think about what you need to do to motivate your team. So here's a checklist of the kinds of things that I look at with my clients. Total sales. Are you on the mark? Are you off by 10 or 15 or 20%? When you get above 20%, it's starting to look like it's going to be hard to hit or way exceed your numbers. That's when I think you need to look at some kind of modification. So that growth percentage is critical. Also, number of leads, prospect calls, are those all in line with your expectations, with your dashboards, with your KPIs? Gross margin, operating margin. Again, your numbers may be behind, but are you holding those margins? That's a critical part of managing this budget. And then one of the other critical numbers that a lot of my clients look at is the sales dollars per employee, or in retail per square foot. How is that doing relative to expectation, relative to last year, relative to the numbers that you hope to hit? Okay. And how's cash flow going? So if you're hitting your sales totals, but you don't have the cash flow that you expected, what's going on? What is there a need for collections? Maybe you take those salespeople, don't pay them till they've collected the dollars, and then get them there. Now they have, then give them their commission. Now they have incentive to go back and help you with cash flow. So I like the idea when you're far behind or far ahead to reset out 12 months. So start with July 1st and look at June 30th and see if you can just sort of push those numbers around so that, again, we have a 12-month incentive out there and no one's either discouraged and not going to work hard or already hit all their budgets and aren't going to work hard. That's it for today's Tuesday Tweak. If you have questions or want to talk about budgeting, I'm happy to do so. And have a great week.